Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video by yours truly. We have the second half of the 3.1 drip marketing that was just revealed moments ago, and I only have three words that come to mind. Doctor, you're huge. Come on, man. Hey, I know you was thinking it too, especially if you came from HSR, bro. He's got the blonde hair. He's handsome. This guy is one of the most attractive anime characters I think I have ever seen. Hey, that's so funny. He said, I see a wand. That's something I was going to comment on too. That's funny. Yeah, you know what? We can go ahead and get that out the way. One of the first things I saw was that bro has what appears to be a goddamn wand in his hand. And so I'm like, okay, where are we going with this, bro? Is bro about to enter his Harry Potter arc with this one or what? I mean, he is a doctor, and no, never mind. I can't see the vision with doctors in Harry Potter. I don't know where I was going with that one. I don't think he's going to use a wand. I think that would be pretty boring if he used a wand. Now, I know a lot of people have been like speculating that because he's a doctor, he's going to be a healer, but I just don't think that makes any sense at all. We got Chisa, who's the healer for like what appears to be dot teams. And now we've got Mornier, who's going to be a healer, like damage dealer. It appears she's like fulfilling all these, like she's shorekeeper, but cooler, honestly, for the rupture, the tune rupture, tune strain type of ordeal. So getting a third healer just doesn't make sense to me. That's the main reason why I don't think this guy's going to be a healer. Furthermore, I understand that a healer is the first thing that comes to people's mind when they see a doctor, but a doctor can do many things. They can also inject people with like poisonous venoms because they're very advanced in terms of the medical field and medical knowledge. Doctors can even debuff people. I mean, if you think about a doctor, bro, they're quite dangerous. They can heal you, but they can also kill your ass because they know various different medicinal treatments, herbs, and so on and so forth. Numb your body, you can't move. They know all the different points of your body. They know the anatomy, the physiology, like blood. There's everything a doctor can do other than healing. That's my point. So that said, this guy could very well be a debuffer supporter. If he was a main damage dealer, that would blow my damn mind because I feel like a doctor is anything but a main damage dealer. But knowing Kuro Games, they are the last motherfuckers you should doubt when it comes to these type of things. That, in fact, you know what? I'm convincing myself that because I don't think he'd be a main DPS in a doctor role, he's probably going to be a main DPS in a doctor role because that's just what the fuck Kuro does these days, bro. In terms of like getting to cooking, what he can potentially do and so on and so forth, I don't know what he's gonna do. People are speculating that because he's got this this snake kind of like wrapped around what appears, honestly, I don't know what this is, bro. This looks like a freaking IV going straight down, and it's got a snake surrounding it. Maybe you're thinking of like Ouroboros when the snake's biting its own tail. It's kind of like a symbolism of the cycle of life and death. I don't know where we're going with that one, right? But me, I'm more so interested in these golden veins going into that blue coloration. I would love it if bro has blood powers. That shit would be cool to me. When you take an example, the advanced technology of Lahai Roy, and on top of that, he's a medical expert and doctor. I just feel like he can do things like use his blood or inject his blood with a transmutation or amplification type of power, if you will, and turn into like, I know, bro. Listen, I know I'm cooking here, but I just feel like, bro, look at these eyes, my guy. He's got to be a vampire, man, or something along the lines of a bloodthirst like a vampire. And I think that would be the coolest shit ever. Then you could give him some gauntlets, and maybe they got like a little bit of nails on the side to like kind of have that, like, you know, that slashing, if you will. You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? Look, let me cook, boys. When I see this guy's eyes, there's two characters that come to mind. His whole entire aura. He's also a character, and this is rare, in wuwa that isn't cringe in any capacity. He's got that cunning, quiet, hard to read demeanor. He didn't even want to tell Rover that he actually confirmed that he was one of the people from the past. Like, he's a very cautious guy. So there's two people that come to mind. The first person that comes to mind is fucking Aizen. He really does give off an Aizen look. Now, some people stretch and they just try to say anybody gives off an Aizen look. This guy really does give off an Aizen type of aura. Like, you get this vibe from him, but this nigga's actually this person right here. You know what I'm saying? And when you read the bio, the shit literally says his past is one of blood and lies. That's some dark ass shit, but he refuses to be defined by his past, never relenting in his effort to cut open lies to reveal the truth within. I will say, this kind of, if it says he refuses to be defined by his past, I will say that might potentially end up turning him into a cringe finish. I would love it if Kuro actually did have the balls to turn somebody like him into an Aizen. But let's face it, boys, we know these gacha games could never. That's just a fact. You know these gacha games don't have it in them to turn this hot ass dude who's on our side and everybody believes him to be a good person into an absolute fucking villain, and he ends up being the real antagonist of Lahairoi. Bro, that would be the most peak story of all time, bro. God, look at him. It would be so cool. I'm getting off topic, but he reminds me of him, and he reminds me of this fucking guy. Now, this anime is old as shit. I watched this many years ago, maybe 15 years ago, maybe even longer than that ago. It pissed me off because this stupid bitch. I had to say that low just in case my daughter's, maybe out, listening in the door. I'll be like, the older I get now, I feel like she'd be in here doing this shit next to the door. She ended up with the wrong person, bro. If I'm not mistaken, it's been so long. This anime pissed me off, bro. She ended up with her own brother, if I'm not mistaken. I believe this is her older brother. This is incest as hell. And this is the dude she should have ended up with. This guy back here, bro. He's the main protagonist. All right. Not getting off of that tangent, though, because that's a whole nother topic of discussion. Do not watch this anime. It will probably piss you off as much as it pissed me off. But this guy here gives off the exact same look, demeanor, and handsomeness. That nigga is handsome. I ain't gonna cap. As our boy right here, man. They kind of have that same exact aura going on about him, right? Especially right here. He looks way more intimidating, dark, and cunning right here than he does right here. Right here, bro's just a pretty boy. Right here, that motherfucker look like he's getting ready to destroy the world while convincing you he wants to save it. This is the most interesting thing about the picture, just his entire demeanor in this pose right here. Now, what would I want him to do apart from the vampire shit? The vampire shit is what I would want him to do if he was a main damage dealer, right? If we're not going to give him the main damage dealer role, which knowing Kudo, they could give a doctor a main damage dealer role. There's another thing I would like him to do, and that is save fucking Chisa. This girl is so unbelievably mid right now. It is insane, guys. I mean it. I've been playing with her in the tower with Shikona in Kartathea, and my God, I thought that team would be stronger. It feels about the same as Mel Rover, Arrow Rover. It really does. No hate, no shade, just facts. But I would like, if this guy isn't going to be the main damage dealer, then he could be a poison enabler, if you will. He has the snake right there. He's got this, I don't know, he's got these DNA strands, and he's got his medical background where he can inject shit in people. I mean, if we go back to this picture right here, bro, just look at this. You know what I'm saying? He's got the freaking, I always forget the name of these things. The fuck do you call them? They're not syringes. They are fill in the blank. You got me. Smack, can't think of it. But you can see where I'm going with that, right? And in that regard, maybe it would make sense that bro got his motherfucking Harry Potter wand going over here, bro. He got his Avada Kedavra going on. But he would then enable Chisa's healing her debuff application for the dot system to find debuffs to finally be applied to a character, and you would have someone you can truly rely on with Chisa to pop off. It would be this guy. He's got the whole poison, venom, snake ordeal going on. So there's two ways we can go here, right? We can go the vampire route or the blood route, which, by the way, they did mention that in his bio as well. His passive is one of blood and lies. Please make him a vampire. But if you don't make him a vampire, please make Chisa his best in slot. I think that's how it would work. The same way Cantarella got redeemed later on in the patches, I think you can redeem Chisa with this guy right here. Anyways, let's read the whole bio. Post-limit Anthropocene stars intertwined. May this gold become your most reliable blade. I guess that's another thing I forgot to take into consideration. He does have gold veins, and I did mention that earlier, turning into turquoise veins. But they did throw me for a loop saying, hopefully this gold becomes your most reliable blade. I feel like he's saying, hopefully this blood becomes your most reliable blade. And I think that could potentially lead into some darker elements of storytelling. I think that would be cool. When we look over here at this, we see a little guy here, and I'm gonna be real, he does just look like, yeah, This is a child version of Luuk right here. You can just see it. It's a child version of him. That is potentially, I don't know what the fuck that is. I can't tell if that's a dude or a woman, and they've got something around their head. But obviously, you know, he's grown up now. I swear he got the eyes and fucking drip over here so hard with a bunch of papers flying around. He's a busy man, a very reliable guy. Yeah, I think there's definitely potential for a dark story with him. I do. He's not cringe, and so that's a possibility. Here we go. I found it. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. You know what? That actually looks better than the drip marketing in terms of quality. You can see this gold drop of blood coming down. Am I the only one that thinks of Nanook right there? Bro, please don't give him a wand. That shit just sounds more boring. And so they tease that too. Look at this. Golden, like almost tree coming out. Yeah, there's no shot bro's a healer. And there's those veins, right? It is very fascinating because it turns into turquoise at the end, which I think that leads into the medical advancement of Lahairoi. That dude is a bad man. That's a handsome fucking dude, bro. Yeah, okay, so we get a better picture here. That almost looks like a fucking umbrella, bro. I'll be honest, I would love an umbrella on my guy, bro. It's not going to be that because this is a very common design concept. There's actually a whole entire meaning around this, and I guarantee you there's a couple of lore nerds in the comment section that are going to break that shit down. But damn, that shit would be cool if you had the umbrella like my boy, like my goat from Gacha. Nah, it's not. Because that, like I said, this looks like syringe, like blood, the turquoise blood leaking into this, and then it's turning into the snake. Yeah, like I said, some lore nerd will be able to break that shit down in the comment section. That's going to wrap up all of my thoughts. What weapon will he use? It could be anything. It could be a rectifier. He might end up using the fucking Harry Potter wand. It could be some gauntlets. And he's like getting down and dirty with some fists. I actually can't see him using a sword though. I really can't. He just doesn't give off that kind of sword vibe. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. Super excited for Luuk. I'm 100% pulling this guy. No doubt about it. He's sick.